What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. We have some awesome news for NIO today that we have to cover. We also have to break down this absolutely insane technical move that we've seen. If you've been paying attention on this channel or you are over there on Trade 1348 with us, we've been talking about NIO and a lot of these EVs a lot. We've seen a very significant increase. We're going to talk about where this stock is likely to go next in breaking down all of the data that we have that has been released today. It's really good data as well. So all of you guys that do really enjoy this stock and like this for the long term, this is some really awesome news. So guys, before we get into all of that information, if you wouldn't mind going down there, dropping a like on this video, help spread these videos out to some more people so that they can get educated on what is exactly happening in the market. If you have any comments or questions, drop that down below, and make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video like this. But let's roll the intro. And guys, before we get into the chart and all of the news that we have, remember Trade1348.com is still offering you guys the absolute deal of a lifetime, getting your first month free to the best trading educational platform that exists out in the market right now. All of the proprietary algorithms, the AI algorithms, the predictive algorithms, all of the learning curriculum videos and alerts. You guys get all of that completely for free for a month. Now, remember, I did talk with you guys a little bit about that interview with one of the members that made over $100,000 in about 13 days. That interview was live. I did receive an update earlier this week. He's up over $300,000 now. We have a group of thousands of members printing and learning in the market every single day. If you want to be a part of this, make sure you check out that link down below. But let's take a look at NIO here, because there are a couple of important things that we need to say about this stock before we go forward. So I believe around the last time that I made a NIO video, we were right around here, this consolidation period coming into this 13 EMA here. And what I was saying is that we're at a little bit of a 50-50 spot. We could easily break down from here, but if we start to make this move up above this 200 EMA and break this level on the daily time frame, well, we have a really good chance at going and looking at these highs back here, and that's exactly what we've done. NIO is currently trading at the time that I'm recording this at about $15 a share. You can see right here about $15.11. Now, when we take a look at this on the 4-hour time frame too, you're going to see a couple of things. Again, these daily traffic lights right here, these yellow dots that you guys all have access to alerts with Trade 1348. Again, another one of those alert systems that is absolutely amazing. Well, you see that this thing went on an absolute moon mission. The RSI on the 4-hour is cooling down a little bit. It is still very, very overcooked, but looking at this on the daily, guys, NIO's RSI is at 81. Now, when you look at a stock, and it has made, let's see, what percentage move has this thing made over the last few weeks here? About a 44% move. It's due for a pullback. Now, I can't sit here as a video creator and responsibly say that this stock is just going to go screaming to the upside continuously, because again, guys, what goes up must come down. Even though NIO did receive some very, very good news today, well, you also have to think about what the stock has done over the last few weeks here. Now, does that mean that I'm saying that NIO is over? No, but I do think that we are in for a little bit of a pullback. Now, the one thing that I will say about that potential pullback is that if you look at the chart of NIO on, let's say, the weekly time frame here, now pay attention to this, guys, because this is incredibly important. You can see that these sell-offs that NIO has been on when it started to get these moves up have been very, very aggressive. Now, NIO does have earnings coming up, I believe, at the end of September here, and we're going to get a little bit of a, yes, September 16th is when their earnings are projected to be right now. Well, when you look at NIO comparatively to where it was about a year ago to where it is now with the vehicle deliveries that we are going to be talking about, well, it's in a much different spot fundamentally as a company. So if we start to see more and more good data coming out, I would expect that the institutional money that is going to be moving these types of stocks around aren't going to get as frantic in getting out of these positions if they don't necessarily see something that they overly like or don't like, because this company is still overall trending in the right direction. So again, we could be in for a pullback here. We do have the 13 EMA on the daily time frame sitting at about 1275. which we absolutely could come down and test. But for those of you guys that are long-term investors in this stock here, well, a little bit of a pullback isn't really the end of the world with something that's already up about 45% in the last couple of trading days here. Remember, dollar cost averaging is going to be your friend, and nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. I'm just here to give you information that you would not have been able to see otherwise in an easier to understand way. And speaking about information, let's talk about the really good news that NIO has just released. So when we come over here, NIO announces that deliveries in July have reached 20,462 vehicles. That is a massive number for NIO, and we're going to go over why in just a second. But again, ES6 exceeded 10,000 in July, total 20,462, increasing by 103.6% year over year. That is very, very, very strong growth. NIO delivered 75,000 vehicles year to date in 2023. Cumulative deliveries of NIO vehicles reached 364,579 vehicles as of July 31st. Now, when you look at these numbers by themselves and the percentage increase, you might say, wow, that actually looks very good. But what about month over month? Well, when we come over to this article right here, we can see that in January, NIO delivered 8,500 vehicles, then 12,000, 10,000, 6,000, 6,000, back up to 10,000, and boom. A very, very, very significant increase here. Now, this is just going through 2023, and if you look at the comparisons between the 2023 year, 2022, 2021, and 2020, it's knocking it out of the park. So in general, this company is growing, and it's going to be very interesting to see what their margins are going to look like in the other elements of their business, like NIO Power, NIO House, and a lot of these other elements of NIO as a business. How are they performing in their next earnings report? But in addition to this, guys, I've seen a lot of comments about NIO's delivery numbers today and how everybody's very excited about this, and they should be. But there's something else that I think we should highlight that I haven't really seen talked about anywhere else that I want to go over with you guys here as well. When we take a look at this article right here, NIO's July expansion, 16 new stores and 223 charging and battery swapping stations. Very interesting. In July, NIO experienced significant expansion, adding 16 new stores and deploying 223 advanced charging and battery swapping stations. The global additions included 5 NIO centers, 4 NIO spaces, 4 NIO service centers, and 3 NIO delivery centers, strengthening its presence in the EV industry. NIO's commitment to innovative charging solutions was evident with the deployment of 98 cutting-edge battery swapping stations, including 3 overseas locations, providing seamless travel experiences for EV owners. NIO enhanced the charging infrastructure by connecting to over 19,681 third-party charging piles, making charging more accessible for EV users nationwide. In a milestone achievement, NIO also surpassed 1,600 battery swapping stations, delivering over 25 million battery swaps to satisfied customers. Another sign of growth. Now, remember what we talked about in one of the first kind of NIO videos we started making again on this channel about kind of the price war that was going on between Tesla, BYD, Li Auto, XPeng, and how what we said in terms of what this could do for deliveries of NIO vehicles, well, we're starting to see that play out. Honestly, I didn't expect to see this coming in so quickly. But remember, if price is no longer going to be the main determining factor of what these customers are going to be using to basically determine their purchasing decisions, well, then they might go with something like NIO that is going to bring them more value. Remember, Tesla and all of those other EV companies got together and said, hey, we're really going to end this kind of price war that we're doing here. It's really not benefiting everybody. Let's kind of chill out on that and focus on actually generating value for the marketplace versus just battling in terms of pricing, which I think NIO is going to benefit a lot from. So combining all of these things together, guys, the last thing again that I want to bring up with you guys is, again, this chart is overextended, so I would not be surprised if we saw a little bit of a pullback here to some sort of equilibrium. But in general, this company is definitely moving in the right direction, increasing deliveries, increasing the amount of battery swapping stations. All of these things are going to be good factors going forward for this company, especially when it comes to their earnings reports. So guys, that is going to wrap up this video here. If you did enjoy the information and analysis that I provided, make sure you guys go hit that like button down below and make sure that you guys subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another video like this. But other than that, team, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.